Okay, the other day we were working on verifying inverse functions, and when we do that, of course, whether we're doing it f of g or g of f, once we solve that, if they are in fact inverse functions, we should come down to the where g of f or f of g is equal to the identity function or just x. Now, we were running into a couple of problems, and it struck me after here in the last couple of days that our real problem dealt with that we were not leaving ourselves, we did not have enough space to work. And so I guess here's the tip. Make sure that you create enough space to adequately work the problem. So I want to go over one of these. And so here we are. So here we got g of x equals square root of x plus 8 minus 4. And we've got f of x here equals x squared plus 8x plus 8. Now, first we're going to do g of f, which means we're going to substitute in for x the f of x equation, which we've done right here. So now we've got the square root of x squared plus 8x plus 8 plus the 8 from here minus the 4. And we combine like terms, and we've got x squared, square root of x squared plus 8x plus 16 minus 4. The minus 4 is sitting outside the root. And this x squared plus 8x plus 16 is in fact factorable, which would be x plus 4 times x plus 4. If you FOIL that back, you get x squared plus 4x plus 4x plus 16, x squared plus 8x plus 16. And we can now take the square root of this, which is just square root is x plus 4. And now we're left with x plus 4 minus 4. Don't forget our minus 4 coming from here. And g of f is equal to x. And so g of x and f is, f of x, I should say, is an inverse function of f of x. Now, you see this line I drew right here? I was getting ready to work f of g in this same equation, and guess what? I realized I didn't have enough space, so I went to another board. Let's go look at it. Okay, we're going to take the same two functions, g of x equals the square root of x plus 8 minus 4, and f of x is equal to x squared plus 8x plus 8. This time we're going to do f of g. And so we're going to substitute g of x everywhere we see an x in f of x. And let's see, here we go. Okay, so we got x squared in the f of x. So now we've got the square root of x plus 8 minus 4 squared plus 8 parentheses. And I think this is where our problem was the other day. We didn't have this whole expression inside of parentheses, and that's what was messing us up. Plus 8. So I'm going to first square this x, the square root of x plus 8 minus 4, and I dropped it down here. See, again, we want to make sure that we've got enough space. Even if you have to start over on a whole new sheet of notebook paper, make sure you got enough space. If it gets too cramped, you can't see where your problem is. Or at least I can't. All right, so let's square the square root of x plus 8 minus 4 times the square root of x plus 8 minus 4. Well, these two square roots right here are just going to leave me with x plus 8. X plus 8, yes. All right, and then the square root of x plus 8 times minus 4. Let me get this in a different color. Right here gives me minus 4 square root of x plus 8. And here I got minus 4 times the square root of x plus 8. Of course, gives me minus 4 square root of x plus 8. And then I finalize it off with minus 4 times minus 4, which gives me plus 16. I combine my like terms, and I have got x, and I went ahead and combined this 8 with this 16 gave me 24. And I got the minus 4 square root of x plus 8 minus 4 square root of x plus 8. So when I combine all my like terms here, squaring this, I've got x minus 8 square root of x plus 8 plus 24, which I put back in my problem right here. Now, also I got to distribute this 8 against this whole expression. So that gives me plus 8 square root of x plus 8, and then 8 times minus 4 gives me minus 32. Now, my minus 8 square root of x plus 8 and my plus 8 square root of x plus 8, they cancel out. And so now I've got x plus 24, which I got from right here, and minus 32 plus 8 is also minus 24. So now I've got x plus 24 minus 24 equals x. And so g of x is in fact an inverse of f of x. Okay, even with this and all the marking around it, still gets confusing. Make sure you leave yourself enough space. We got some problems coming up where we're going to solve radical equations. Unbelievable how much space it sometimes takes to solve those. Leave yourself enough space.